Very special guest on our program this morning. He's got a new book, and it highlights what he calls the rapid decline of morality in America. This is Dennis Prager. He's gracing our program by popular request, and we love to have him on the show. The book, by the way, is called The Rational Bible Exodus. Dennis, welcome to the program.
It's great to be with you.
No, it's an honor.
Yeah.
Great to have you with us.
Thank you so much.
Now, give me the central premise of the book. Go.
Central premise is it's in its title, The Rational Bible. People go to church or synagogue, they hear the Bible, and most of them don't know how to make heads or tails of it. I, like the founders of America, know that this is the greatest book ever written, and I want to make the case. So I take one book here, the book of Exodus, the second book of the Bible, and I will be coming out with a volume for each of the first 5 books. Genesis will come next. But this has the 10 Commandments, and I am using reason alone to explain everything in there: slavery, the 10 Commandments, the burning bush, the 10 plagues, the Exodus, and show how this is life transforming, that this was the source of wisdom in America for a good reason. Abraham Lincoln almost never went to church, but he read the Bible every night.
Now, Christians, and I'm a Christian, Episcopalian, we don't seek to prove the existence of God, and we don't seek to prove that Jesus was who he said he was. Are you trying to prove the existence of God rationally in this book?
Not prove, but argue for, yes. I'll give an example of why I believe that these especially these first 5 books are divine rather than human-made, because they depict the Jews often so negatively. No group has ever written badly about itself in history. So either the Jews were unique in all of history in their ability to be self-critical, or they're really not the authors, that ultimately there is a divine author. And that's what I believe. The very critical way, the great way in which non-Jews are depicted in these 5 books, and the negative way Jews are often, not always, obviously. Moses is depicted beautifully, but even he has flaws. That is one of my many arguments for ultimately a divine author to the 5 books known as the Torah.
You've written in this book that this is the first generation, the current generation of people around the world.
Right.
This is the first generation which has been brought up denying the existence of God.
Godless.
Without God, godless, as
Godless.
you say.
This is the first, this is an experiment, may work out. I don't think so, but this is the first generation in the West. It is the first generation in human history, not just Western, that is being raised godless. No religion, no God, and the results, I believe, are the end of Western civilization as we know it. Not God punishing us, has nothing to do with divine intervention, but a wisdom-free generation, a generation that doesn't believe in any transcendent truth, will not survive.
You think that the Judeo-Christian ethic, which has built Western civilization, is gone over, and therefore our civilization is gone over?
Yes,
that's it?
Yes, that's this. I'm not alone in believing that. This is what the great British Prime Minister, my favorite, what's her name again?
Margaret Thatcher.
Margaret Thatcher said that. Said, if Judeo-civilization goes, we go. I am not the first to note this. People should answer this question, not who had slaves. Everyone had slaves. The only intelligent question is who abolished slavery? And the answer is those who bought the beliefs of this book.
Dennis Prager, I wish he wasn't so short. I mean, I think you could fill 3 hours of my time very easily, sir.
Well,
it was a great pleasure.
That's very sweet of you.
Again, the name of the book is Exodus.
The name of the book is The Rational Bible.
The Rational Bible.
But
this one is Exodus.
Right.
Second book of the Bible.
Correct.
Okay.
Next is Genesis.
Now, Dennis, I'm going to turn to that camera. I'm going to introduce something else. I'm going to give you a pen, and you, sir, will autograph that copy for me. Is that okay?
With my own fountain pen, if I may.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah. I am a snob only with regard to pens.
Fair enough.
I won't watch you do it, but Dennis, thank you very much, sir. Much obliged.
Thank you.
All right.